All right, welcome to the September Extracurricular Committee meeting. In attendance is myself, Mr. Miller, Ms. Bell, Ms. Thompson, and from the administration, Dr. Cooper and Ms. Clark and Mr. Hurley. Thank you. And let's see, for our agenda tonight we have 4 items. A van update, fall participation update, bocce approval for winter, cheer uniforms, or I'd like to make that more uniforms in general, but, and then I have one other new item to bring up. So with that, why don't we kick it off with the van update?
Okay, real quickly, just to give you an update, it has been impossible to get vans. They don't exist on the car lots. We've even tried to reach out and try to get that salesman to try to find used ones. They couldn't find us good used ones. So at this point in time, this chip shortage, which is causing the problems with the cars and everything else, and the trucks and the vans that we're trying to take care of here, it appears as though it's going to persist for a while from our conversations with the salespeople. So we are going to go ahead and we're going to put it on order, even though it's 6 months out. So we just kind of want to give you guys an update on where it's at. It's going to take 6 months for these to come in, most likely. But the reality of it is we're probably going to be in this mess for a while with the regulations. And it's kind of futile to try to wait another 6 months if we wait until then. So I know the board already had previously approved the bans, so we're going to get that in the but it's something that waiting another year, we're still maintaining bans, but waiting another year is probably not real too wise.
Okay.
You'll find that we have that placed on the committee of the whole, just for information for under finance action, so that it moves forward for the voting meeting at the end of the month, so we can move forward with that.
Okay.
Is this like already scheduled with the budget, or this is already budgeted every year in advance? This is every year?
Yeah, those. I think when we first had those conversations, they are in the budget for purchasing. We decided
We talked about it last year.
we just couldn't get them all off the car lots, and we had to go through this process.
What are you doing with the old ones?
That's a good question. I'm not sure what kind of
I'm not sure
shape
we're going to get a whole lot.
I'm not sure what kind of shape they're in.
Generally speaking, depending on the conditions, and that may not be the case. Last time we sold vehicles, we put on a website called Municipal, and it is you scale. Like people buy them for scraps, people buy them for that type of use. You'll see like townships put stuff up there as well as school districts sometimes.
Yeah, I heard the scrap auto market is really hot right now too, but these are so old that you're not going to get computer chips or anything out of them. We'll be lucky if they make it to the end of the year.
The type of organization that would be taken in, correct?
I'm sorry, what was that?
You can't trade them in because of the type of organization.
I mean, we can try. I mean, I know when we did get rid of our truck and purchased a courier van a couple of years ago, what we did was went to see what we could get for a trade-in on it. Now that truck was only, I think, 2 years old. So what we did is we turned around and were able to sell that for the price that we would have gotten from the trade-in, and actually got more money than what the van cost us for the courier van. So made some money on it, but we're not in a situation where it's that, and we can, other than the municipal bid, we can take a look and see if trading it in is an acceptable option, or if they're going to give us money for it. I don't know.
I haven't ever seen them, so I'm just guessing the process.
Yeah, no, they're quite old. They're lucky if they make it through the year.
Just find out them through this year.
Okay.
So we can get new ones.
So next item then is fall participation update.
Yeah, and when I looked at this, I just realized that I lost a year somewhere. So that 2020-2021 column should say 21-22, and I need to add the 2021 column. So I'm going to send this to you all via email once I get that edited. So that 2021 column is actually this year's number.
Okay.
And coming off of COVID, I feel like these numbers are very good. I think we have two areas that we're down, and that's cross country, both the boys and girls. And we were down last year also. We're down in the spring. We were down in track, so it's carrying, and that's a worry for the varsity team. I think now that I saw Mrs. Huddleston working the girls on the run program going again, if we can generate some interest in some of the younger kids in terms of cross country and track, I'm going to reach out to Wilson. Granted, Wilson has a much larger school district, but they also have 100 kids out for track at the middle school level, like each of their middle schools, but they allow their athletes and ask their athletes that are in another sport, if they're interested in running track, they can do that also. So that would be something that we could look at to generate that interest. Maybe find some kids, some athletes in the rough that would be interested in cross country.
I guess it's a concern.
Field hockey at the middle school level is low, I would say, and then there's it seems to cycle. There's a 2-year gap for field hockey and girls soccer that is down across the Berks. So if you ask the Berks schools how many have 2 teams for field hockey at the middle school level and how many have 2 teams for girls soccer, which you would not expect, but it's the same way, there are a lot of schools that don't. There are a lot of schools at the varsity level this year that only have 1 field hockey team and 1 girls soccer team, which I find odd too, because there's 2 very, very prevalent sports in the Berks historically. So I don't know if that's a trend moving forward, or if it has to do with the club circuit. Kids aren't playing as many of the school sports, especially if they're primary sport and they stay in the club level and don't come out.
Are we seeing the same with our other activities, for example, like a marching band or something?
Marching band's down, but that's been going on for years, right? You know, not like the days when we were young and there were 100 kids out there. I know Ms. Oswald she brings the middle schoolers up with her, so it helps bolster their numbers, but it's still not what she would like.
And I do know that the cavalcade circuit, the participation with other schools that are like Sonic has decreased as far as the number of students that are out there. So I don't think it's unique to us. It is across the board, and being the situation with where we're at with COVID last year, coming out of that to a certain degree this year, I think that we're seeing results of that.
This is one of the first years, we'll slip in everywhere, this is great, that we've had at the varsity level students coming out that have never played the sport before, which that's not necessarily a great thing, but it's also good for participation. We've had a lot of girls come out from tennis that have picked up a tennis racket. We have Jason Hogan that hadn't played football since BMF out there playing football. Last year we had a number of guys playing basketball that hadn't played in years. So obviously that's a good thing, that's a good trend. I think it's trying to get more of those students out and to participate.
Okay. All right, then the next topic is bocce.
Bocce. So we were approved by the Special Olympics, similar to what we had for Unified Track, for the $1,500 stipend for the coaches, as well as the equipment. Again, like Unified Track, bocce, the cost to us is really just the transportation to the away matches, and they only have 3 to 4 away matches in the winter anyway. So I just want to make sure that everybody's aware, and that if it's going to move forward, I'm going to let them know that we're a go for bocce, Unified bocce.
Okay. Any reason why we wouldn't move forward?
We don't currently play option, correct?
No, this is new. Yep.
This would be a new, this is our Unified Track, would be a new sport that we would add to this one.
All right.
In fact, let me piggyback on that for a second, because I spoke to Mr. Rhodes today, we were chosen last week, we had already got the board agenda in, to host, or asked to host the Special Olympics Youth Summit, and that's in October. It's 9 schools, 4 kids per school, and 1 liaison. So it will be about 45 people.
Okay.
Basically, it runs from 9 to 2, 9 in the morning, 2 in the afternoon. And they do breakout sessions for the students. Those are your student leaders for Special Olympics and your unit groups and your unified groups. And then they do breakout groups for the liaisons in terms of leading. A lot of times those are our coaches. So I think from our standpoint, we would need to provide lunch in just those 2 rooms for those 2 groups.
Okay.
And it's pretty great that we were chosen after just 1 year. It kind of tells you how Coach Huddleston and Coach Ferguson did such a great job with the unified track program in that group. And our champion group, that the Special Olympics would choose us to host that.
Okay, you said it was for October?
It looks like October 19th is the day we would choose. So we're working with Mr. Scores. With your blessing, we work with Mr. Scores and themselves to make sure we have those rooms sealed up. And then we'll work with the cafeteria to make sure we have lunch.
Okay. Are we going to look to get that onto the agenda, or? Okay. All right. Okay, so are we ready to move on to uniforms? All right, so I guess I have it in front of me now. It was 6 years ago that we came up with a uniform plan. I thought that we had shared this, but yeah, there were, is it 4 years or 5 years? I think it started off as 5 years, and then we had gotten it to like 4-year replacement schedule for the high school. And so I guess we need to revisit it and see where we are with uniform orders and getting them scheduled.
I think some sports are easier to replace in sets, and then some sports, like football, some of baseball, some of it's really think of the game, especially uniforms that are in white, that we might have to look at a little sooner. But I have a uniform cycle in 6, and I have cheer for 22-23. For the varsity level, I have it at 4,000, and at shade, or at the middle school level, I have it at 1,500. Now, and just to kind of explain how I go about it with our coaches, if it's a product that you want your students to keep, I think a good example would be warm-ups, practice shirts, things that they're going to keep at the end of the season, baseball hats. I tell them that they should buy those out of their wish night, because what I try to spend our money on is equipment that we turn in every year, and we keep cycling out. So in that, and I don't know much, like I know a little bit of kind of how expensive tree uniforms are, and I can understand that. But I also know they like to keep them. I'm not sure that some people don't turn in every year, but you could.
No, it's not. I think this all started with, cheer being treated as a sport and with significant expense for uniforms, and then getting nothing.
And I get that because they are expensive.
Right.
And then we put them in the cycle. So it's just a question of if we want to continue that, if we want to put that money in into uniforms, or if we want to put it somewhere else. I have no problem.
I think I would like to see something for cheer in uniforms. I'm not sure. You're right.
They're pretty expensive.
Oh no, for that wasn't that wasn't intended to cover. Yeah. That was intended to help defer some of the expense, because it's much more expensive than that. But I'm not sure how we do that. I mean, what do you...
I don't want to get into a situation where, we are not recycling uniforms, equal sizes, and we do look into that. So I will come to that, but, I was here when we were for this student, so I know that we thought it was usually purchased when we keep it, and one of the things I know that maybe they didn't do for, like, when they were like, when they were and stuff like that.
Yeah, are there things like that? Because it was, we talked about it, that, we wanted to compensate it, and I think we just put money in the budget and really didn't talk about operationally how to do it, because you're right.
Because I know that we have a minimal amount for all of our sports in the supplies budget, and we certainly put it towards that. This means it's been very gracious to say that if, you know, if we need to move money, from, you know, from supplies or for reconditioning for football helmets, and we have a little money we can do that, depending on where we're at. So we can talk about that, with Coach Allison. If that means that we take the money we have in the uniform piece, and dump that just into the supplies, and we do that.
Yeah, if there's some way to, just, it's really was intended to offset some of their expense.
We just like the this year.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I know when my daughter was in, they had to buy uniforms every year, and they bought them and kept them, you know? Okay. Well, that was one of the, are they going back to Disney anytime soon? Because that was an annual trip too, which...
No.
Okay. All right. And I guess there's one new business item that had come up through email. I guess there's discussion about, I'll just say additional positions, scoreboard operators, announcers, and people like that. I guess traditionally we had paid them, and for some reason we've stopped doing that this year.
No, they are paid. However, the process should be that they need to have their clearances in before they can be approved by the board or myself and then the board. We can approve them. I can approve them under board policy because we have the authorization for the superintendent to do so. We need them for functioning in the school system or school games or contests or whatever. But I can't do that until I have clearances in hand. So I think that's where the communication breakdown was.
So is this something new? Because
it's not new, but I'm not sure to what degree it's been.
We didn't enforce it?
Followed before.
Okay.
You know, I'm not comfortable with not having clearances for our adults who are working around kids, which is I think why all district employees, regardless of what capacity they're working, have to have those clearances. Then we can get them approved. And it doesn't necessarily have to wait until a board meeting to do it. I can do it and then on the back and have the board approve it.
Okay. I don't recall. Is there expense for those clearances?
There are minimal expenses for the clearances. I'm not sure what I don't know if it's up to $5 to $10 now.
Oh, for it's minimal.
Yeah.
Okay. And how long does it take? Because it sounds like...
The child use and the state police is automatic.
Yeah, it comes back almost right.
Fingerprints takes a little bit longer, and I think that's $22 or something like that.
It's obviously
Fingerprints a little longer, yeah.
Okay.
The other two are turnaround real quick.
But so do we do that for people working in the snack bar?
You don't?
No.
You don't.
And because it doesn't sound like, I mean, these people are, it's $15 a game or something. They're going to pay $22 to...
I think the snack bar folks, I think, are volunteers. I'm not sure if they're paid.
They are,
Part
yeah.
of the boosters, so that money
And they're
they
from Booster Club.
don't get necessarily get paid over the snack bar, but their program gets the money that
Right.
they earn.
Yeah, they volunteer for the booster clubs.
I think we're all on the same page. I think we got it ironed out. Mostly for my part, it's misunderstanding what's going on. So I think we're on the same page. We can get the right people.
Okay.
I think the key though, and you all know from sports, when you have someone working a table, is a little different than somebody selling a ticket. Like it's a specialty. You have to know the sport.
Oh, good. Oh, absolutely.
Or work the sideline and that type of thing. So we just don't want to miss out on really good people.
All right.
Thank you.
Okay. Any other new business?
I have one last thing, sorry.
Sure.
When we first got here in the first year, the board had approved for us to sell all those old, dirty, nasty uniforms that we had a bunch of. There's a lot.
Okay.
And we didn't get to do that last year because of COVID.
Right.
I spoke with Mr. Scores today, and we identified 10/15, which is Reading Football Friday, to to have a rummage sale.
Okay.
And we'll start with our students. We're gonna set it up in the gym during lunch hours. Nothing will be more than $5. I'm not even sure anybody will pay $5 for some of this stuff. But $2 to $5. What we don't sell during lunch hours to the students, we'll set up before the football game for the general public and the little ones to come out and purchase.
Okay.
When I tell you we have a lot of stuff, Steve, how many truckloads of uniforms should I bring over from the middle school? At least three, like, pickup trucks of uniforms.
Well, this goes back to my point and not saying.
Sure, you know, I think Wendy Davis's uniform, I still kind of, that's how old you see. There's some vintage, and that's how I'm gonna say it, there's some vintage.
Okay.
That one may bring more than $5.
Vintage, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Maybe Dr. Cooper's
All right. Any other items? No? Okay. Well, thank you. We're adjourned.